And it's a pleasure now to introduce to you Sam Ottley, who's been working with goal mapping now for a few years, done some great things. Just going to change my camera there. Sam, lovely to see you. Been a little while since we last connected.
Hello, good evening. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Really well.
So, Sam, tell us first and foremost, because I know there'll be people excited to hear about your work with goal mapping, and in particular, I know that you've got a passion helping young girls.
Yeah. Oh, I've got an echo. Sorry. I've been working with goal mapping on a personal level since I think it was 2018 through a property networking group where they introduced goal mapping in one of their sessions.
Building Financial.
That's the one, yeah. And at first, you know, when you're doing it and you're sitting there colouring in and things, you're like, what's this got to do with property? But soon realised it had everything to do with my life, basically, and I've never lived without it since. And it's just been quite an amazing journey with me and goal mapping. So I started a charity with my friend in 2020. And we coach young girls in schools, and we, you know, help them to build confidence, self-esteem, values, understand what their values are, understand who they are as young women. So we work with girls that are 14 to 15 years old, and we also work with the older ones that just started sixth form, so 16, 17 years. But we weren't used in the goal mapping system. And like you said earlier, you know, it was like a missing piece of a puzzle for us, because we had this coaching program that lasts about 8 weeks. But realised that there was just something missing. The girls just weren't excited enough about their futures. And that for us was quite sad, because, you know, with everything that's been going on in the world, they just thought, well, what is there? You know, what is my future like?
Was it a low aspiration?
It was, yeah. I mean, we didn't,
because of where they lived, Sam, or was a whole bunch of conditions?
It was a lot of conditions. I mean, some of them are growing up in poverty. Some of them aren't getting the best schooling, and you know, their family lives aren't that great, and so that's why we work with the girls that we work with. So one year we decided, a couple of years, about 18 months ago, to try the goal mapping. You know, I've been using it for a while. And I said to my colleague, let's introduce it. Let's get these girls excited about their futures. And it's been amazing. We get such good feedback from the sessions. I mean, it's a very short session, unfortunately, but it's a very powerful session. And it's lovely to just watch them sort of come alive as they do. So they do it on paper. They, you know, they sit there, we play some music, there's some soothing music, and they just sit there and they can actually visualize, because we also do visualization with them as well, so they can see that their futures can be a lot brighter than what they originally felt it could be. And just watching them in the room, it's like electrifying. It's just such a buzzy feeling. It's amazing. We don't ask them to share them with us if they don't want to, you know, it's completely private to them, but it's, you know, we just give them the tools and let their imaginations run wild, and they do, and it's just so much fun.
What are some of the results that you've seen?
Sorry, say that again.
Some of the results that you've seen from your work?
Well, I mean, we get a lot of feedback from the teachers, because we work in schools, and so a lot of, you know, a lot of the teachers that we speak to often say that students are transforming in their classes because of the sessions that we run with them. They have more focus, you know, they now know what they need to do to get to where they need to get to, because they now have this plan, and it's amazing. You know, it's just amazing to watch, to witness.
I can see your face lighting up when you talk about it. I can tell it makes your heart sing.
It really does, yeah.
What's the best feeling for you when you're helping a young person achieve their goals like that?
Oh gosh, I think just knowing that they now have something better than what they had before we started, and that for me is just amazing, that my colleague and I've helped to present that to them, something that they, like you said, had no clue about. Yeah, they might write down some goals or things they want to achieve, but with a goal map, having those steps in place, I think is the most powerful thing for them, is knowing how they're going to get there, because a lot of them just struggle with that.
It may be because I'm quite a logical person, but once I understood there was a formula and I could learn it, that gave me quite a hope.
Yeah.
Because before that, I was thinking, what's the hope? It was looking, oh, I can't read and write. I've got no qualifications. I know there must be a lot of people that feel in that same place. What's been the most pleasing thing for you in all, Sam?
Quite similar to Stephen, actually, because I worked with a young woman. So previously I was a teacher, which is why I'm still in education now. So I worked in a school with a young woman who wanted to do lots of different things with her life. I mean, the main thing she wanted to do was have a little pop-up restaurant or something. But every week I would see her and she'd be like, oh, my younger brother's asked me to help him with this, and my older sister wants me to come in on that, and this friend wants, and I'm like, you need to stop. You just need to stop and have a focus on you. What do you want to do? So we met up one evening in a restaurant. I tend to walk around with goal maps and colouring pencils just in case these things happen. So we met up, and I, sitting in the restaurant, and I got her to focus on her, the things that she actually wanted to do. And so she did that, and she had her plan. She wanted to open up a restaurant, but this time it was a bit bigger. It was going to be in Cameroon. And so she gave herself 5 years, and she had sub goal maps to help her as well. And within 18 months, she opens up her restaurant in Cameroon, and every time I see her, she just cries, and she's just like,
oh, wow,
I can't believe I did this. I get quite teary as well when I think about it, because she just thought 5 years is enough, and she still works full time in England and has set up a restaurant in Cameroon, which is doing pretty well. I was hoping to go out there in the summer when she left. She went out there in the summer holidays. But she sends me pictures and updates and everything, and it's absolutely amazing. And to think that she did that 3.5 years before she thought she would has transformed her life.
Some goals come quicker than we expect.
Yeah, definitely.
And for yourself, what are your goals for the future?
For the future, so business related, with the charity, it is just to continue what we are doing with the goal mapping, and also, because my background is finance, it is to educate as many young girls as possible in the world of finance. I used to be a maths teacher and read Rich Dad Poor Dad and quit. Like, I literally just resigned. Like, I cannot teach maths anymore. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? And so I resigned and decided I'm going to do a workshop on finance for these girls in sixth form, and that's what I did. But we've now incorporated that with our coaching program, and so my main goal is to just hit as many girls as I can with financial knowledge, and just empower them, so that when they go off to uni or to work, they are armed with the knowledge that they need, because not everyone needs to know the cosine of a triangle. Like, it's just not necessary.
My daughter will be pleased to hear that.
Yeah, but
I think it's fantastic what you're doing.
Thank you.
And that me and Vicky in the community really happy to support you. It's such a worthy work. Same question I asked to Stephen. If you had a microphone to the world, think of all these young girls that you're helping find their way in life. What would you want to say to people, Sam?
Just get excited. Just live and be excited about everything that you do, and do everything with a smile. Because I think that makes a massive difference. Mentally as well, when you're just smiling all the time. I mean, I know it's not possible, but yeah, just get excited.
That positive energy makes all the difference.
Yeah.
And if people want to contact you, if they
I don't have
contact us at Goal Mapping, your coach profile is coming soon. But if they're contacting Vicky at Goal Mapping, because there may be people that are really interested to know more about your work and the charity, if they contact us, we can pass it on to you. Yeah.
Okay. And Vicky's posted my LinkedIn profile link as well. Thank you, Vicky.
She's on it, isn't she? Thank you so much for taking the time to join, Sam.
No, my pleasure. Thank you.
Hope to be seeing more of you, and please do let us know how we can continue to support you in the work you're doing.
Thank you so much, Brian.
You're very welcome. Nice to see you, my friend. Take care for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.